So this is from bizjournals.com. And they're saying here, property owners like Universal Orlando and David Siegel's Westgate resorts may get hit most by Disney's Reedy Creek fallout. Now, this is interesting, Alia, because we were told this was only going to screw over Disney, right? This was DeSantis's move to sort of punish Disney for being woke. Well, according to this, it might punish more than just Disney. What are your? I know you read the article. What are your overall thoughts on this?
Well, the big claim, the big pushback from we're not punishing Disney. We're just trying to level the playing field and make things fair for all theme parks, all their competitors. Well, it's the most delicious of ironies that there could be a huge tax bill on Universal Orlando, SeaWorld, etc., if this is dissolved. So in an interesting way, Disney with RCID was, you could say, saving money for Universal Studios Orlando, SeaWorld, etc., by being in charge of that, soaking up the own cost, etc. But if that's dissolved and then it's Orange County and Osceola County, then not only residences, but businesses will be hurt, including other theme parks. So it's not going to help out Universal Studios Orlando and SeaWorld when that was the claim, when they would push back against the accusation of retribution.
Well, yeah. And here's the thing. And here's a little bit of like, just in my opinion, kind of my experience with following politics for so many years, whenever Republicans or Democrats or both, whenever they try to push something through really fast, got to get it through, like DeSantis did with this Reedy Creek thing, right? There's usually some shady shit going on. There's usually something that, look, they're trying to get it through before you know the details, before you read the fine print. Is basically it. There's a push to, hey, it's like the used car salesman, right? You're on the lot. Yeah. Buy this jalopy for 40 grand. Don't worry. Hey, it runs. Trust me. Just buy it, take it home. Don't worry about it later. Is essentially what DeSantis is trying to sell here. And here's the thing. The more we hear about this Florida bill, the dissolving of Reedy Creek, the more we kind of realize we're hearing that it won't just impact Disney, like you said, Alia. It will impact potentially Universal, which is a huge resort in Orlando. We've heard reports from Florida officials, like the tax collector, Randolph, I forgot his full name, but he's saying that this could cost the taxpayers a lot of money, upwards of maybe $2,000 per family, right? There's a lot of not so attractive things, consequences that could come out of repealing Reedy Creek. And it's in DeSantis's best interest to be like, well, let's just run this thing through, ram it through before those details come out, right? Mm-hmm. And it's very interesting. And I want to hear your view on this, Alia, how there was not an economic impact study done on the removal of Reedy Creek. You would think something this big, right? You would want to get that economic impact study, especially, look, if you're DeSantis and you stand by what you're saying, and this is going to help Florida and Florida residents, right? This is good for everybody that we take on woke Disney. If it's good for you and your economy, you would want that economic impact study, wouldn't you? Because if you had that economic impact study, those results, those numbers, you can use those numbers to bolster your claim, your side of the argument. It's interesting that he rammed it through and didn't have any of that done. It says a lot. What do you think about that?
Well, there's I think two reasons why he rammed it through. The one reason is, as it was pointed out, there was by some that there was a controversial redistricting bill that was, I think that was the maybe primary reason for the special session, because he did seem kind of nonchalant about the Disney thing. So there was a mixture, I think, pressure on him about it, but then also too, it was going to be great media cover for what he really wanted to do, that whole controversial redistricting. I think I can talk redistricting plan. So it was a great media cover. Then also though too, he's not naive or stupid. He knew that there was going to be things like this arising. And you're right. He just did not want the economic studies to reveal that, because then that would erase his claim that this is not retribution, that it's about the economy of Florida and the citizens and making a level playing field. He kept emphasizing that level playing field for the other theme parks. And if this is going to create a huge tax bill for Universal Studios and SeaWorld, it's not helping the other theme parks at all.